Alrighty, we look like we are ready to go. We're here with Johan and NatureEye, and we're gonna go check out this latest eruption. Johan, are we good to go? Okay. Okay. Up and away. Excellent. Hopefully folks can see and hear me okay. And let me know also on the live chat if you can also hear Johan. There it is. Wow. You can see it right away when you get up. So we're taking off from the south and heading up straight north. Any altitude advice, Johan? About 100 meters okay for now? Okay. Great. Okay, great. Yeah. Johan's been up all night doing flights. No, you're good. Yeah, thanks for burning the midnight oil for us. Yeah, sorry friends, I don't know what the audio issue is. Again, apologize, Johan, that sounds like they're not able to hear you, but I will let them know anything you have to say. I'll have to look into this a little bit more. I'm not sure why. Okay. Okay, yeah, if you have any questions for Johan, I'll try to check the live chat a little bit and look. So we're flying over these older flows here from, these other eruptions we've had over the past year. You can see some of the degassing and water vapor coming out of these still hot flows just beneath the surface. And this big fissure we had last night that was up to 3 kilometers in length is now consolidated down to a few locations. This is still feeding an active flow that's moved off to the west and is in the parking lot of the Blue Lagoon. But we're going to focus our flight here around the vent itself and the eruption area. That's where the action is. We'll just cruise up this way. The winds are light, Johan reports, and so we have really good conditions, pretty clear skies, just enough cloud cover, I think, to make that orange-red glow kind of pop, which is nice. We're heading right over this shield volcano here to our right. Older shield volcano that these flows sort of lap up and around. And you can see some of these older spatter cones here that are still cooling even many months after they erupted. And Johan says if we just kind of make a beeline straight for the vent, we should have about 80% battery. And it sounds like we're going to do maybe 2 20-minute flights. He has another flight after this. Remember that if you want to control your own flight and do this on your own, take pictures and such, you can do exactly what I'm doing. Just go to natureye.com. They have Iceland as well as other locations that you can book flights for. And then you can also put in the code ShawnFly, my name, ShawnFly, and that'll get you 10% off. So it's a great gift idea. We all have enough stuff probably, and so sometimes experiences and things like this are a little bit more interesting. So we've got these older spatter cones here, getting a little closer now to the active vents. Looks like there's one off in the distance, and then 2 or 3 sections here that are still ejecting lava. And these are feeding mostly flows that are moving to the west, although I think there's still some lava off to the east as well. And yeah. Right. Right. So it doesn't matter which side we're on of these vents, Johan. We can be on the west or east side. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. So you can see this lava flow coming out here just below us. We can pan down just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yep, steady as she goes. Yeah, sounds good. We'll just keep heading up to the north end of the fissure, and then as we come back, we can check out some of this as well. So I'm here in Idaho at my office, manning this drone that's here in Iceland, which is pretty incredible. Okay. Yeah, we can see a lot of the gases coming out here. So it's still, it's still a fissure system, several segments here. As this lava starts to accumulate along the edges of the fissure, that's where we can start to get these things called spatter ramparts. So we're still a little early in the eruption to kind of have that happening. Let's keep heading up this way. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll just head across here. We'll just go between these two fissure segments and get over here on the west side of the flows. Now you can see where this flow's kind of feeding out. And then the big lava river, the thing that's heading into the Blue Lagoon area, is the bigger flow in front of us here between us and the hill. Yep. Yeah, I'm bringing it back up. Okay. So yeah, here's this big just lava river. That's the flow that's really inundating the Blue Lagoon area right now. Maybe we'll come around over to this side. So, and I think it looks like, most of this specific fissure here apparently is feeding the flow that's heading to the west, and that's why they're seeing so much lava pouring into the Blue Lagoon area. You can see over here on the east side, there's just not quite as much lava that's pouring out there. It's just all being directed more or less to the west. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice channel there. So it's coming right out of the vent and then just flowing there, just really smoothly in that direction. Let's kind of swing. Okay, further north. Okay, along the channel, yeah, left. Yeah, kind of get out of the gas a little bit here. Yep. So just a river of lava. You can see how fluid that is. There's some, partially solidified chunks of lava just floating around in that. And then that's all headed down this way to the west. And then that's the stuff they're dealing with down at the Blue Lagoon. We'll just do a little 360 here just to give you the full perspective. So the power plant's just behind the hill there. You can see the steam coming up. Looking at Silingerfeld down to the south towards Godindavik. And then there's the money shot right there. There's the fissure. This fissure's producing a little bit smaller flow. looks like. You can kind of check out this flow here. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, let's zoom in. So we can. Yeah, that's great. It's amazing what a not so windy day will do, right? Okay, let me go back to that. Sorry. Yeah, so you can see just this, just gases coming up with the lava, just it convecting in this kind of pool, feeding into this flow that's kind of coming out and moving off to the west. Good stuff. Spectacular. This has got to be one of the better ones, just condition-wise. Lots of colors, yeah. And the town of Grindavik was evacuated last night along with folks at the Blue Lagoon. So we, at this point, it's an eruption that doesn't pose much of a threat, to humans, just more of a, it's already taken out part of the roadway again, but we've seen that with prior eruptions. And, how long will it last is sort of, I think, the main issue at this point. Let's bring the camera up a little bit. Yeah, very nice. This is just good lighting too. So it'll be interesting to see how long this lasts. It's already dwindled down quite a bit since last night. So we're seeing it, it's already reached its peak, but it's still, producing quite a bit of lava, as you can see here with this more or less river of lava that's channelized and moving off to the west. Just wrapping around the base of the hill there. Not impacting the roadway to the north, the main road from the capital area into the airport. Yeah, and if you're new to this and you haven't seen this before, the eruption began last night about 11:15 local time. The fissure lengthened to about 3 kilometers. Probably reached its peak early in the morning, and then it's dwindled down a little bit since then. And no damage other than, I guess there's some power lines down and maybe a fiber optic cable that was, but the water line coming out of the power plant area seems to be doing well. Remember, they buried it after the February eruption. What happened there? Let's maybe scoot around to the south end here and kind of look at it like lengthwise, perhaps. Okay. Okay, so more or less head west from here. Oh, sorry. Right, and cap, right, instead of beelining it back. So great view there of the fissure system. Starting to develop some ramparts there at the north end of this little system. Where you're at, Johan, you can't hear the sound of the eruption from where you are, can you? A few kilometers away? Okay. People sometimes ask about that. Let's pull out, we're in 2 zoom. There we go. That's a little better. Yeah, yep, like that. Yeah. Is that like a dying profession now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Johan viewers just was talking about this section, this lava flow we're looking at here, kind of the unseen part of this eruption that goes to the southeast. It's not near the Blue Lagoon or other infrastructure, so it's less paid less attention to, I suppose. But if we look at it a little bit more closely, we should be able to see. Okay. Right on the far edge there. Yeah, so it's a pretty substantial flow field in and of itself. It's hard to see. I mean, the orange glow helps delineate where it is, but we're just sort of stacking these flows at this point on top of each other, and so it'll be difficult to see, where these flows end and where the older ones were. But lots of room out here still in this landscape for this lava to continue to pile up. Let's swing around here a little bit further. There's Grindavik. Oh yeah, we could head there. Or Hagefeld. Okay. Yeah, so we'll start. Yep, we'll start heading back, but we'll check out some of these other older spatter cones along the way. Is this one from, do you remember, Johan, is this the August eruption or is this May? This is May. Okay, this is the May 29th eruption we're looking at here. We should name it after you. The Johan crater. You can see a lot of the mineral deposition there with the white and a little bit of the kind of pale yellow on top of this these lava fields here. Get a little bit lower maybe. Yep. So there's that cone right there. Still degassing, so we still have a lot of heat left in the system, and those sulfuric gases and other gases coming out and staining the rock. You can see how oxidized the center of the spatter cone is with all the red. All the iron's been oxidized out. There's that nice red hue to it. Classic. That's beautiful. Yeah, and last night during the eruption, you could see some of the older spatter cones that it was kind of erupting through. This is mostly the May flow field. Okay. Right. This is Hagafelt, this hill right here. So we'll go take the drone back. We'll get a new battery and we can head back out for one more flight with Johan. Right. Yeah, I appreciate you squeezing us in. It's right here. Here we go. Yeah, you've got the nice touch. You can take us in from here if you want. Okay, it's on yours. Yeah, so this is a section of this hill, Hagafelt, that it was the May eruption, wasn't it, Johan, that this had this big crack develop. And you can see where some of the lava came out along the base of it, but mainly it was just this little kind of mini canyon, a rift, and it's still actively degassing right there. Perfect. This big gash. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. It's amazing to think how much this landscape's changed just in a year. You know, a year ago, it looked kind of as it always had, without all this lava. It was just a mossy field of much older flows. And then we've had 7 eruptions. We've built berms around some of the town and the infrastructure. Had roads covered at times. Lots happened in this little part of the Reykjanes in the last year. Town was evacuated. A lot of people sold their homes and moved away. Town was reopened. Nice view of the town there, Grindavik. Nice calm day on the ocean, it looks like. Yeah, sun's pretty much more or less southwest. Yeah, a little flow field there on the edge of town from the January eruption. There it is, that little black blob on the landscape. Yeah. In the moment it was scary, but it ended up being a cute little landmark. You're right. But in the moment we didn't know if it was going to lengthen or pop up in the harbor. That will probably, at least at this point, that's definitely the most memorable of the eruptions for me, just personally. Just the way that played out. Beautiful view. You can even see LD way out there in the distance. Yeah, great weather. So we'll let Johan bring this in for a quick battery swap, then we'll head up for as much time as we can get, which is great. Appreciate him and NatureEye for making this possible. Remember, you can book your own flight. Go to natureye.com. They have flights not just in Iceland, there's other parts of the world as well where you can book flights with local drone operators, do like a 30-minute or so flight, take pictures. Those get uploaded to you later, just like I've been taking some pictures here, and you can just fly around where you want. You don't have to worry about crashing the drone. That's why Johan's there. He's my safeguard to make sure that, you know, I don't fly it into the volcano or anything like that. So you don't have to worry too much about, you know, messing anything up or damaging any equipment. That's why they have the drone operators there. So we'll get the battery switched out and we'll head back up and take another look around. Okay, no worries. We appreciate your time. Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. So Johan's we can't squeeze in another flight here, viewers, so we're gonna arrange another flight tomorrow with Johan. He and I will work on a time. We'll see what his schedule looks like. But we just want to give a big shout out to Johan and NatureEye for setting this up. Thanks for your time, my friend. Appreciate it. And you get some rest sometime today. All right, thanks. All right, I'll say hello. I'll try to work on that audio. I apologize. Thanks. Okay, see you later, friend. Bye. All right, so I'll have to see if I can figure out the audio issue. I had it working before. Shoot, I'll have to see if I can figure that out. Yeah, sorry he wasn't able to do a second flight for us there, but we'll be able to circle back and do another one. Sounds like tomorrow. He's got a full schedule of other flights, and so that's the thing, is you can also book some flights with NatureEye if you want to, and have Johan at your disposal for half an hour. So sorry that was kind of short. Thanks for Susan for moderating. Amanda Joe, if you're wondering where she is, she's had a doctor's appointment today, so she's busy right now. But what we'll do is I will put together a more comprehensive update on what's been going on the last 12 hours or so, and I'll get that posted here probably within the next few hours. I have some time before my lab starts today. So thank you all for joining me for the NatureEye drone flight. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll look to do another one tomorrow on Friday. Otherwise, yeah, just check back, and I should have a video update, a recorded video update put together here soon that will let you know a little bit about what's going on at the Blue Lagoon. I've got some information to share, so just look for that soon. And thanks again. Thank you all for joining, and we will see